Right, good morning everyone. We're off to hunt for kingfish today. Let's get into it. I need more drag to even get a wind on it. It's so heavy. Yep, not worth it. I've ever seen it that flat in the morning. Oh, got a mullet in the shot. How about that? Well, take a look at it out here, guys, because it is dead flat, and it is not often that we get a dead flat morning. It's normally a stiff westerly offshore before it really settles down, so let's hope it's going to be one of those days that we get really nice weather right through till about 1 PM.
After a quick look at the conditions, the call was made to head to my jigging rock and jig for a couple of kingies. It would take me over an hour to paddle the 6 kilometers to my mark. After seeing some sign, I decided to drop the jig down and work it, hoping the kingfish would bite.
That sign looked pretty good.
Moving out to one of my other rocks, I found a few marks hanging over it as well. The fish weren't interested in biting, so I decided to take a sabiki out to catch a lively. I hooked up almost straight away to the sign that I saw on the bottom. Unfortunately, I've picked up a scarlet wrasse, a very common reef species that hangs out over the rocks where the mackerel are too.
So I've got out here and sort of had a couple of looks at a few rocks. There's a lot of bait there, but the water's pretty green and doesn't look amazing. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go jump on the sand out to the west, see if we can't pick up a snapper maybe.
It took a little bit of time, but I finally got a bite on one of my baits. Almost immediately the fish started heading for the surface, and this is typically what a kawai would do. After a short scrap, I got the kawai to the surface and under control. They always do their best to splash the camera lens. It was a beautifully fat fish and was in great condition, probably feeding on anchovies. It was nearly an hour between hookups. The fishing was very slow, and this one felt like it was going to be a good one to take home.
Nice and heavy, whatever it is. Nice. That's dinner. Dinner sorted.
I can't complain with fresh gurnard over fresh snapper. It tastes way better. The bottom fishing was proving to be extremely slow on this day, so I was very happy when I hooked another fish. Unfortunately, I could feel it wrapping around my other line on the other side, and this is what kawai often do. Thankfully he popped off and made the job untangling the line a slight bit easier. He created a serious mess and it took a heap of time to untangle it. We have one of the busier ports in the North Island, and this was just another ship making its way out to who knows where. Had quite a few dolphins actually sitting on front of the bow, riding along in the wake.
Right, well that didn't pay off very well. But we're going to head back over to the reef because it's only around 1 kilometre away from one of my really good kingfish marks. So we'll go have a play around there.
I dropped my jig back down and I could see some marks on the sounder.
Oh, hello. That's a kingfish. Come on, bite you. Yes! Game off, what happened?
I've started seeing a pattern in my jigging where I'll be jigging along really fast, and then sometimes I'll get a little bit tired and I'll just pause.
Yes!
And I've hooked about 3 fish doing this now, so I need to keep that in mind for next time. It was unfortunate because the fish dropped off soon after I hit it. I did keep jigging, but it didn't come back. The wind was forecast in about half an hour, so I decided to head to a little mark on the way home, and this is what happened.
What is that? Just hooked something real big. Don't know what it is. Stingray maybe? On a bait. It's got tail beats. It's doing what it wants. Right. Go. Right, is he still on there? Please tell me he's still on there. Yeah, he's still here. He's still got weight. Just want to get over him. Wouldn't have a clue. I'm just praying it holds on at the moment. It's only a 2-bar hook. I'm fishing for blue cod and I parked up on the edge of the reef, and thankfully I'm not right over it and we're out on the sand now. He's trying to go back over there, whatever he is. I wouldn't have a clue as to what it is. I'm lucky I'm still hooked up to it. Really big and heavy. Took some bullet tutor on a little hook. Much happier with this line angle now. Maybe it's a ray, I don't know. Real heavy. Feels like it has tail. Look at the weight on the rod. Oh, heavy, heavy, heavy. Heavy, heavy. That's a head shake. doesn't want to come up. I need more drag to even get a wind on it. Come up. One wind at a time. Come on. Come on. This can't be. It's so heavy. It doesn't feel like a ray though. It's coming up, coming up. Oh, he's letting me get him up now. Seven gill or something. Is it that's it's a shark. I don't know how he's busted me off yet. Oh, it's a pig of a tope. Look at the size of that thing. That's a pig of a tope. Shall we go for a lap shot? It's a big shark. On that hook is unbelievable. Top hook. He's got some big teeth. Oh, don't bite. How have you not bitten through the line yet? Now, this fish isn't going to be anywhere near done. I want to see if I can get a tail grab on it. Look at the teeth on that thing. Where I hooked it. Don't bite my line. Powerful animal. Big female, I think. Yep, not worth it. That was big fish.
After a massive tope, it was finally time to head home. The wind was picking up, and I wanted to be out of there if it got any stronger. It was around 6 kilometers home, and I had a strong tailwind pushing me along at 8 k's an hour. I made it to the ramp just as the wind picked up to around 20 knots. Very happy to be home on dry land. Just as a short note for the end of the video, this is by far the biggest fish I've ever caught on my kayak. I estimated it probably over 20 kilos and over 1.5 meters. What a battle with this taupe. Not to mention the 2 baro hook and 40-pound trace. Thanks to every single one of you for continuing to support the videos, and I'll see you back out on the water soon.